Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Parkinson. I'm the high school principal here at Upper Darby High School. I have the great fortune of being the high school principal. Before I welcome everyone, I first want to thank Ms. Laura Fitty for her hard work and dedication and what she does for this Wall of Fame committee and along with the other committee members. Yeah, please a round of applause. This is my first year of being a part of this, and the challenge that is before them. There were so many amazing individuals who were nominated for this amazing opportunity and award, this prestigious honor, and they did some great work. So I just want to, again, thank you all so much. It is my distinct honor and privilege to welcome you to the 2025 Upper Darby High School Wall of Fame induction ceremony. This afternoon, we gather to celebrate excellence, dedication, and the enduring legacy of what it means to be a Royal. Upper Darby High School has a proud and storied tradition, one built on generations of students, educators, and community members who have contributed their talents, character, and leadership to make this school a place of distinction. Our Wall of Fame stands as a reflection of that tradition, honoring those who have not only achieved remarkable success, but who have done so while embodying the very best of what Upper Darby High School represents: perseverance, integrity, and service to others. To our inductees, you join a special group of individuals who have left an indelible mark on our school, our community, and beyond. This recognition is not simply about what you have accomplished, but about who you are, the example you've set, the lives that you've touched, and the pride that you bring to the name of Upper Darby. We're incredibly fortunate to call you members of the Upper Darby High School family, and we are deeply grateful for the inspiration your journeys provide to our current students and future generations of Royals. I want to say congratulations to each of you on this extraordinary honor, and thank you for continuing to make Upper Darby High School extremely proud. Okay, so at this time, I'd like to bring Ms. Laura Fitty, who will introduce all of our guests. A round of applause for Ms. Fitty.
Good afternoon. I'd like to welcome the Upper Darby School District board members, board of directors. I would also like to recognize our central administration, including Superintendent Dr. McGarry, Assistant Superintendents, Mr. Marshallak, Dr. John Council, and Director of Secondary Education, Ms. Kelly Simone, as well as Ms. Buford, Director of Communications, with our help in this process. We had some previous Wall of Fame members with us earlier at the luncheon. I want to recognize them: Ange Bradley, who was inducted virtually in 2021, and Patrick Haley, who was inducted in 2016. I would like to thank the Wall of Fame Selection Committee, including Dr. Parkinson, Steve Bell, class of '74, Bev Rohr, class of 1948, Wall of Fame member also, Jen Solenberger, class of 1990, Debbie Beck, who is former president of the Home and School and UDESPA, and Mr. Dave Cupsey, social studies teacher, class of 1991. We welcome friends, family, and alumni, as well as former teachers of our inductees in attendance. For our current students, we do this for you. We hope you are inspired by the determination and success of our inductees and their impact on the world. In your programs, please find their biographies, as well as the history of the Wall of Fame. And now we'll have Miss Nelson and the String Ensemble with their selection of Prelude from the Holberg Suite. We will now begin our inductions for the 2025 Wall of Fame members. The members of the committee will be giving the introductions. Our first inductee is Mr. Robert Lloyd. Upper Darby High School proudly honors Robert Lloyd, class of 1963, as inductee into our Wall of Fame. Robert began his educational journey right here in Upper Darby, attending Keystone Elementary and Beverly Hills Junior High before making his mark at Upper Darby High School. As a standout athlete, he played on the varsity basketball team under Coach Del Park, helping lead the Royals to the regional finals. His talent and determination carried him to Rutgers University, where he excelled both on and off the court. Robert was named a first-team All-American, set an NCAA record with 60 consecutive free throws, and established both the school and NIT scoring records. In recognition of his extraordinary accomplishments, Rutgers retired his jersey, and he was later inducted into the New Jersey Sports Hall of Fame. Following college, Robert proudly served in the National Guard, while continuing his basketball career with the New York Nets. He later earned an MBA from Pepperdine University and built an impressive business career serving as vice president of sales at Spalding Sports and as CEO of several major companies, including Fila Sports, Data East Corporation, and Software Toolworks. Robert's life took another meaningful turn inspired by his friend and former college teammate, Jim Valvano. Before his passing, Valvano founded the V Foundation for Cancer Research with ESPN, asking Robert to serve as a board member and volunteer chairman. Embracing this mission wholeheartedly, Robert led the foundation for over 2 decades, helping raise more than $450 million in research grants to fight all forms of cancer. Through his athletic excellence, professional success, and lifelong commitment to making a difference, Robert Lloyd exemplifies the values of Upper Darby High School. Please join me in congratulating and welcoming Mr. Robert Lloyd virtually via Google Meet to the Upper Darby High School Wall of Fame.
Hello, from Maui. It's a long way from 7401B Rogers Avenue to Maui, Hawaii, but here I am today. I'd like to thank Dr. McGarry and Dr. Parkinson and the committee for this honor. Special thanks to Laura Fitty, who had to communicate with me over 5,000 miles, which made it rather difficult to set all this up. My big brother, Dick Lloyd, and big sister Diane are with you today. They were both great people. I always tried to emulate them my entire life. Never quite was able to do that, and that's why I sort of consider myself the bad apple in the family. I'd like to focus on a concept for a moment and speak to the students. I was never the tallest player at 6'2", nor was I the fastest player at Upper Darby, Rutgers, or with the Nets. In 8th grade, I decided I want to be the best basketball player that I could be, and I set some very high goals. The key was to develop a plan to make this happen and then work my fanny off to make this happen. By the way, I cleaned that verbiage up for the superintendent and principal, but I think you know what I worked off. Fortunate to have a lot of help from obviously my brother and sister, but also from Bob Kazanjian, another Upper Darby graduate, who worked with me every day after school. And then, of course, Del Park, the coach, who was a great teacher and person, who drove home what hard work could accomplish. Back to diversity of my fellow inductees. If you want to be the best player, the best musician, the best in robotics, the best soldier, or the best mother or father, develop a plan, work your you-know-what off to make it happen, because nothing good can be accomplished without hard work. I missed a free throw against Cheltenham my senior year at Rutgers that cost us the game. I then said, I will never do that again. So what I did, I started a tradition of having to make 25 straight free throws before I'd leave practice. That carried then to college, where I had to make 50 in a row before leaving. So I spent a lot of late nights in the gymnasium, as you could tell. This attitude and commitment enabled me to become an All-American and play professional basketball. The planning and hard work carried over into my business career. From sports came the understanding also that to accomplish great things, it takes a team. I'm proud of my accomplishments in basketball and my business career, but I'm most proud of the work done for the V Foundation. The V stands for Valvano, who was a great basketball coach, winning the NCAA championships at NC State, and then going on to an award-winning career as a commentator for ESPN and ABC. Jim was diagnosed with cancer, and with ESPN's help, set up the V Foundation. Jim's last message to me was, make it work. Let me digress. Jim died shortly thereafter, but he was a character bigger than life. When we were in college, at the end of the season, we were allowed to make speeches and get some money, unlike now where there's tons of NIL money floating around for college athletics. We were speaking to a CYO group, a large group, 500 people. And the night before, Jimmy said to me, "What are you going to talk about, Bob?" And I said, "Well, I'm going to talk about the word athlete." Remember, Coach Tercel talked to us about that. A is for athlete, T is for training, H is for health, L is for loyalty. And Jimmy said, "You're going to kill it." And I said, "Well, what are you going to talk about, Jimmy?" And he said, "I'm going to wing it." Next night, we're there in front of 500 people. Jimmy gets introduced first, goes up to the microphone, looks at me, looks at the audience, says, "I'd like to speak to you today about the word athlete." He gave my entire speech. So when I get up there, I say to the audience, I told them the story. They thought I was kidding. I wasn't. That's Jimmy. So back to the V. What did I do at the V? You guessed it. Along with the V Foundation Board of Directors, we set up a plan and then worked like mad to make it happen. Pleased to say that the foundation is awarded over $450 million in grants to the best and brightest researchers in cancer. We now give 100 cents of every dollar donated to cancer research. In closing, have a plan and work hard to accomplish your dreams, whatever they are. Along the way, treat all you're in contact with the right way, the way you'd like to be treated. Contribute back to your fellow men and women in some way. Don't be afraid to fail. I've been fired in my business career. Pick yourself up and get back in it. Lastly, I hope you're lucky enough to find a life partner like my wife, Kay, of 45 years, who supported me and contributed greatly to every accomplishment we've had together. Except maybe one. She never made a free throw for me. Thank you very much for this honor. I really appreciate it.
It's my honor today to introduce William Bowers. He's a class of 1984 as an inductee into our Wall of Fame. Bill began his journey at Hillcrest Elementary, where I taught, and Drexel Hill Junior High. At Upper Darby, he discovered his passion for hands-on learning through the vocational carpentry program, gaining a self-reliance and work ethic that would guide him for life. During his senior year, Air Force recruiters visited the school, and Bill found his calling. He enlisted and went on to serve with the 3rd Security Police Group at Clark Air Force Base in the Philippines, where his unit was named Best Security Police Unit in the Air Force. He later served at Ellsworth Air Force Base and was deployed during Operation Desert Shield and Desert Storm. After returning home to Delaware County, Bill raised his 2 children as a single father and built a successful career in legal support services, where he now helps law firms manage and prepare digital evidence. His love of military history inspired his book, Nighthawk, a young airman's tour at Clark Air Force Base, and was founding of the 3rd SPG Veterans Foundation and provides aid to veterans. Bill also helped restore over 400 headstones in a Philippine veterans cemetery. Today, Bill is still active in community and veterans causes. He reminds us that perseverance, humility, and service defines true success. Please join me in congratulating and welcoming Bill Bowers to the Upper Darby High School Wall of Fame.
Thank you, Mrs. Rohr. And thank you, Principal Parkinson, Mrs. Fitty, members of the faculty, administration, Wall of Fame Alumni Committee, fellow inductees, friends, family, and current students. To say that I'm humbled and honored to be inducted into the Wall of Fame is an understatement. Standing here today, I can't help but feel a bit like I'm still a student. A little nervous, a lot excited, but a lot fatter and completely in awe of the legacy this school represents. Thank you for this incredible recognition. During my senior year, when I enlisted in the Air Force, I had made a transition from learning carpentry to joining the military. The Air Force took me to places like the Philippines, Japan, and Saudi Arabia for Operation Desert Shield and Desert Storm. It also gave me another family of brothers and sisters that I'm still in contact with today. My time in the Philippines was the inspiration for my book that Sandy so graciously helped me write. It is a true, unabashed series of memories of what life was like in a third world country during the 1980s. That also inspired myself, my Air Force brother, Jerome Fowler, and another woman to create the 3rd Security Police Veterans Foundation. And as Mrs. Rohr said, we were able to finance the restoration of over 400 graves that were destroyed by the eruption of Mount Pinatubo in 1991. Some of these soldiers were soldiers who had perished during the Bataan Death March at the hands of the Japanese in World War II. When I think back to my time here at Upper Darby, my mind doesn't immediately jump to a specific achievement. It goes back to the teachers. People like Mr. Scanlon, Mrs. Boyd, Mr. Bennett, Mr. Farr, and Mrs. Benglian. And so it is not just my name going on that wall, it's the names of so many people who helped me to get here. To the faculty and staff, thank you for your dedication. Your passion for teaching and your commitment to the students are the foundation of everything that makes this school great. To my friends, you were my support system, my sounding board, and my source of laughter. You remind me that life is about more than work. It's about shared experiences and strong relationships. And Sandy, this would not be possible without you. Tom, Sue, and Tracy, who basically shut down our office to be here today and told our clients, like, you're gonna have to find somebody else. To my family, my parents, James and Florence, my siblings, Jimmy, Carolyn, and Sean, my children, Christine, and my son, Billy. May God continue to protect his soul. And my grandkids, who keep me young while also reminding me that I'm not. Thank you for your unconditional love and belief in me, even when I didn't believe in myself. This award is as much yours as it is mine. To the current students of Upper Darby High School, I leave you with this thought. The Wall of Fame isn't about being perfect. It's not about getting every answer right or winning every game. It's about the journey. It's about finding what you love and pursuing it with everything you have. Remember that you're not alone in your struggles or your triumphs. Look around at the people next to you, your classmates, your teachers, your coaches. They are your team. Celebrate their successes and support them in their challenges. I also want to share something with you from the late Charlie Kirk, something he said to a young high school student, and that is, learn something new every single day. Focus on what it means to be a good person and a person of strong character, especially when you get into the world of social approval. Courage is what's missing in our country right now. Moral courage is the most necessary and absent characteristic. Aristotle said that courage is the ultimate virtue. Without it, there are no other virtues. So think about it. In your middle to late teens, I want you to commit yourself to a life of courage. Courage is doing the right thing when you don't know how it's going to work out. Courage is committing yourself to the correct course of action regardless of the cost associated with it. So thank you again for this incredible honor. I will carry the spirit of Upper Darby with me always. I am proud to be an alumnus and proud to see the future of this school in all of your faces. Thank you.
Bobby Mansure is an Upper Darby original, attending Stonehurst Hills Elementary School, Beverly Hills Middle School. He had a full Upper Darby life, participating in both music and sports. He was noted for his energy in both the band and in sports such as street hockey and other activities. After Bobby left Upper Darby, he studied liberal arts and music at Westchester University and Temple, which set the stage for a vibrant and active career in performance and entertainment. He began working at Hollywood Studios in right after these schools, and he performed at Hollywood Studios. However, Bobby changed Philadelphia Eagle history in 1995 when he founded the Eagles pep band. Bobby was instrumental in reviving the iconic Eagles fight song and coining the now famous chant, "Fly, Eagles, fly." Bobby, in addition to what he has accomplished in the performance sphere, has dedicated himself to public service. He completed a 3-day solo walk to the shore to raise awareness for care packages for troops, and he has run the Philadelphia Marathon. Today, he shares his life with his wife of 20 years, Lisa Mansure, and her deep love for Philadelphia. His love for Philadelphia is so deep that he has named his dog Philly Special. Bobby's guiding words come from the great coach Dick Vermeil, and I think there's something for all of us to learn in this. Nobody has ever drowned in sweat. If you want it, go get it. Bobby's life reminds us all that passion, creativity, and dedication can leave a lasting impact on our community. Please join me in congratulating and welcoming Mr. Bobby Mansure to our Upper Darby High School Wall of Fame. Congratulations, Bobby.
The greatest football team in the world. My name's Bobby Mansure. I'm really nervous, but I got this portion of the speech sponsored by Red Bull and Ativan. So we'll see what's going on there. Everyone having a good time right now? I'd like to thank the Academy. Thank you so much for this. This is really awesome. And, probably could have happened 20 years ago, but I'm not hurt. I have a special place for you, okay? It's a great honor. It's just a great honor to be here. Remember back in 1995, I got together with these 3 other guys just to have an intimate 4-piece ensemble called the Eagles Pep Band. We played at the Link, we played at the Vet, we infiltrated the tailgate. That was our main. We wanted to get with the people, the fans, and we were really successful. Then we brought back the fight song, which hasn't been around 20 years prior to that. Changed around a little bit. I coined the phrase "Fly, Eagles, fly," and it was awesome. The events we did, we were thrown down, went down to the Super Bowl. I mean, just in parades galore. But I do have to tell a funny story. I did all the judging for the national anthems. So we're up in Lehigh, and here's this adorable child in a white sailor outfit. Just so cute. Well, she didn't make callbacks, but I think she did pretty well. Taylor Swift. Yeah. So, yeah, that happened. I get my, you know what, when I go over to 1 Novacare Way. But it's just music, segueing the music is a bridge that connects you to lands that you never even thought about. It's a key to open doors that otherwise would be unlocked. You don't know from what event to what event is going to happen, and who you're going to meet, and who are you going to meet. I lost my father a couple months ago, and he always said, life lesson, failure is the greatest teacher. You know? Because you think about it, failure is something you only do on your own. You lay claim to that, you know? We get a lot of cool things with failure, but it's how we pick ourselves up from that, you know? It's not all sunbeams and roses, quoting Rocky. Yeah, I had to quote Rocky. But, I mean, life will beat you down. But there's so many things about failure and all those essences that you just need to just intrinsically pick yourself up. Here's the scary part. You're going to be alone most of the times. It's just you and your thoughts. And it just think about that. It's really important to think about that. Yeah, it's been a tough year, but it's all how you come back. It's all how you come back from that and tackle it. And I got some things I got to take care of, and I'm going to tackle them. So I was thinking about a couple things. How could I end this? How could I end this? My voice is not really feeling that good right now. So I was wondering if I could have the Upper Darby Marching Royals band to come help me. Upper Darby Marching Royals, Pennsylvania State 5A champions 5 times in a row. What song are you going to do? Maybe a fight song? Thank you. You guys sound fantastic. You have another song coming? Thank you so much for the opportunity. This is awesome. We're going to beat the Packers Monday night, I'll tell you that. You know, so, but yeah, this is awesome. Thank you so much, and God bless everybody.
Upper Darby High School proudly inducts Dr. Nora Ayanian, class of 2000, into our Wall of Fame. Nora grew up in Drexel Hill with her parents, Karakin and Artemis, and her siblings, Garo and Lorig. She attended Drexel Hill Middle School before graduating from Upper Darby High School, where she excelled in math and science and discovered a passion for engineering. She earned her bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering and mechanics from Drexel University, followed by a PhD from the University of Pennsylvania, studying how teams of robots can work safely and autonomously. She completed a postdoctoral fellowship at MIT and began her faculty career at the University of Southern California before joining Brown University in 2022. Dr. Ayanian has published more than 75 research papers and received numerous honors, including MIT Technology Review's 35 Innovators Under 35 and IEEE Intelligence Systems AI's 10 to Watch. Her work advances robotics in public safety, emergency response, environmental monitoring, and education. Passionate about inspiring the next generation, Nora regularly hosts students in her lab and even built a robotics lab in Armenia to expand access to STEM education. Please join me in congratulating and welcoming Dr. Nora Ayanian to Upper Darby High School Wall of Fame.
Thank you so much for that introduction. First, I'd like to congratulate my fellow inductees. It's truly an honor to be here today and to be included in this very distinguished group of people. So congratulations to all of you. I remember sitting in this ceremony back in 1999, being in awe of the inductees, thinking they must have had some grand plan that they already knew, that they had planned out to get where they were. I had a grand plan too. It just didn't work out how I thought. Growing up, I was fascinated by the Jetsons, Rosie the robot housekeeper, a food printing machine, flying cars on a sky highway. But it never crossed my mind that this could be a career. Ironically, in high school, I dropped out of the first robotics team because they didn't elect me as president. Roboticist just wasn't on my list of dream jobs. In college, I was perfectly positioned to realize my grand plan, but my dream job ended up being kind of boring. That's when I looked toward graduate school. This opened up the possibility of becoming a professor, helping to educate the next generation, while working on projects that I find genuinely interesting. My work is never boring. I get to work on so many amazing robotics projects with my students, and I get to mentor and guide them, just as my teachers here at Upper Darby High School and my professors did for me. This wasn't my grand plan. It was the outcome of many choices that I made through the years and of staying open to new possibilities. Growing up, we had a quote by Oliver Wendell Holmes Sr. on our fridge. Every now and then, a man's mind is stretched by a new idea or sensation and never shrinks back to its former dimensions. So seek out those new ideas. Let your mind be stretched. It's in these moments of change that you'll find a future even better than the one that you have planned. Thank you very much.
All right, let's have one more round of applause for our 2025 inductees. And to finish today, we are going to have the encore singers come to the stage, and please join them in singing the alma mater. If you do not know it, is it in your booklet? All right, take a look and join in and sing, please.
What is this which morning sunlight gilds with golden beams? 'Tis our Upper Darby High School, castle of our dreams. Raise the chorus, keep it ringing loud, the praises tell. Hail to thee, beloved high school, hail to thee, all hail.
Thank you, students, for all your attention. I hope you enjoyed the inductees, especially their speeches. That's the best part. We hope to see maybe one of you up here one day. Yes. We're going to wait here in a few more minutes, and then you can be dismissed because it's the weekend. All right? Have a great weekend.